is the 77 WABC minicast.
Now, let's go to Governor Pataki. I understand he is very much familiar with Hungary.
Yeah, big
very,
news.
Very much familiar. And he knows the new prime minister to be in Hungary. Governor Pataki, are you there?
Yes, I am, John. And I've been to Hungary probably 40 times. And I know the former prime minister, Orban, very well. I don't know the new one, but I know a lot of the people around it, and I know a lot about them.
Tell us about it. I mean, because I've heard all kinds of stories. I heard that Orban, who lost, was there for 12 years, 16 years, and what happened? What do you think happened? Why do you think he lost?
Well, there are a lot of reasons, and people thought it was a surprise, but really not. Almost all the polls were showing that he was likely to lose. And actually, he told me personally 3 or 4 months ago, he thought he could well lose, but he was going to do his best anyway. And at least we see it as a true democracy where they had a fair election, and at the end, the loser conceded and thanked the winner. And that's a very good sign for the future of Hungary. There are a number of reasons. One is the economy has just not grown. I mean, Poland's economy is booming, and Hungary's economy has largely been stagnant. You can blame a lot of different reasons, but one of the reasons, of course, is that Hungary is dependent on Russia for oil and gas. And with the Ukrainian war, they've had a very hard time getting energy. Another reason, and I think this is extremely important, is for whatever reason, Orban really essentially got in bed with Vladimir Putin. And I think, there's a traditional animosity between the Hungarian people and the Russians. And the idea that the prime minister of Hungary was cozying up to and helping Putin, who I think is one of the worst leaders in the world, if not the Iranians probably are worse, but he's certainly up there. And I think a lot of the Hungarians resented the fact that that Hungary was standing in the way of the EU helping Ukraine to fight against Putin. And then the third reason is Orban has been battling against the EU. And as a consequence, they have held up, I think it's $18 billion in funds to help Hungary rebuild its infrastructure into the 21st century that they need. And Magyar, who won, said that he would work with the EU and get those funds for the Hungarian people. But this is not, in most ways, the big change everybody's talking about. Magyar and his group who won are basically conservative. He was part of Orban's circle before he left to run against them. He's in favor of keeping Hungary's border fence on the south to keep immigrants out. He's in favor of a lot of the policies that Orban has put in place. So the biggest change, there are going to be two big changes. One is with relationship to Ukraine and Putin. I think he would be inclined to help Ukraine and to keep Putin at arm's length or even push him away, and that's a good thing, I think, for the world. And the second is he's going to look to cooperate with the EU, and I think that, too, could bode well for Ukraine and also for Europe in general.
And how do you think the White House feels about it?
Oh, I'm sure they're very upset about this because, you send Vance over to campaign for him. Trump actually made a phone call rallying people to support Orban. Orban actually was one of the first European leaders to endorse Trump, so I'm sure they're very upset. But I don't think they should be as surprised because this was not something coming out of the blue. He's been in office, Orban, for 16 years, and he was running to make it 20 years. And, that's after a while, people want change. They want a fresh face. They want some new ideas. And since his opponent wasn't one of the crazy leftists who he's had run against him largely in the past, the Hungarian people said, we're going to vote for change. We're going to give the new government a chance to try to get the economy moving and have better relations with Europe, and in particular with Ukraine.
Wow. Well, it is a change. That is for sure. Well, Governor Pataki, we love you, and thank you for giving us such great, important insight, because everyone was trying to figure this one out.
I understand. We're going to see you on Wednesday, and we look forward to it.
Good. Looking forward to it, too. Thank you both.
Thank you, Governor Pataki.
Thank you.
Roger Stone here. Every day you wait, your money loses value, but gold and silver don't follow those same rules. American Sovereign Bullion gives you access to a nationwide wholesaler network, helping you secure aggressive pricing on real physical metals. Call 844-272-2428 now to get your free gold and silver guide to learn how to protect your wealth with physical gold and silver, delivered right to your door or with a gold IRA. Visit ASBGold.com. That's ASBGold.com for your free gold and silver guide today.